So today I'm going to show you our AudioFormz Level 5 roof with optional roof rack on a Ranger 1000. A lot of you might be looking online, comparing different options, comparing us to the competitors, maybe, weighing out what options that you have, and have probably stumbled across this video because you wanted to know, what is this thing going to look like? What is it going to sound like? So today I'd like to give you a little walk around about what this product's like and why we think it's the best. So our tops start out with hand-laid fiberglass, and you might be asking yourself, man, why is that important? It's just a roof. I don't really care what it's made out of, but let me explain. Our competitors will make their tops out of a cheaper process, often spray fiberglass, aluminum, or even roto-molded. And when you do that, the tops are not as strong and durable as they are like this. This process is the same process you'd find on a $200,000 boat. And the reason it's important to our tops is because if you want to start bolting subwoofers that actually have real bass in them, multiple amplifiers, heavy pieces of equipment, you have to have a strong foundation. If you put bass like we have in here inside something that's, let's say, made out of aluminum or metal, it's probably going to rattle. If you make it out of something thin, it's going to flex. And that's a lot of complaints that people have with some of the other tops that they get. They'll go buy a top because it was a little bit cheaper, or they saw it somewhere and they could get it right then, and they didn't really take into consideration what the construction of it is. We make our tops out of the best construction methods possible because we want to be able to put good equipment in there, and we want them to be able to sound good and hold up forever. So that's what you're going to find in our tops. Like I said, this particular one is a level 5. Whether you're buying a Ranger 1000 or you saw this video and you're thinking about buying a Defender, they're very similar. All of these are going to come with a full color display head unit. They're all going to have a level 5 is going to have our Evo Pro 2 speakers in it that are backlit, as you see the light is shining down here, and they have rings around the speakers that can run hundreds and hundreds of different patterns, colors, and speeds. Speaking of these rings around the speakers, something that you might notice right here is, you see how this thing's running a pattern right here? Maybe like you might see on your whips. That's because it has IC LED technology. The IC technology that's in these allows us to run patterns. The older technology, which is RGB technology, you might notice other tops, they just fade in and out one color. These ones run patterns. It just looks cooler. It's the latest and greatest technology. You don't find it very many other places, and it's something that we have standard in all of our tops that have lighting. So again, the light is backlit and it has this ring around here. This ring is not in all of our levels. You're only going to find this ring on here in our levels 4 and up. You'll find this backlit right here start to happen in our level 3 tops. So circling back, our level 5 is going to have subwoofers built into the roof. The level 5 has 2 amplifiers. So it has one amplifier, a 4-channel amplifier that runs the front speakers, and then it has another monoblock amplifier that runs the subs. You've got a lot of power in this thing. You have a dedicated amplifier just for the subs. Now our level 4 is a very similar looking top, but the main difference in the two of them is the level 4 is going to have one amplifier running all of the speakers, and the level 5 is going to have 2 amplifiers, so twice as much power is what you need to think. Our level 4 runs our Evo 2 speakers, and our level 5 runs our Evo Pro 2 speakers. So this being a level 5 is going to have our Evo Pro 2 speakers. The difference between those speakers is you can think about our Pro 2 speakers as kind of a loudspeaker, something like you'd find on a wake tower boat or so forth. They project sound very far, very loud. They can handle a lot of power. Our Evo 2 speaker is still a great speaker. It's not necessarily a downgrade. It's a very musical speaker. Either one of these 2 speakers is very, very loud, as I'm about to show you here in a little bit, inside the machine. If we want to walk around real quick, you'll see our 360 lighting on the roof rack. You've got the original light bar that came on the top, and then you've got 360 lighting all the way around. This is offered in a couple different options. You can get it with white lighting. You can also get it with green lighting. We've got a lot of hunters that like hunting specifically pigs. I'm not sure what other animals work good with this, but if you're a hog hunter and you like the green light, I guess it works better and doesn't scare them off as much. We do offer all of our roof racks with green lighting. It's been really popular in the hunting community. I'll show you something on the inside here. I get asked this question a lot. People say, the switches, they say, does it have individual switches? So the answer is yes. You have different switches individually for the roof. So you can turn the front on, the sides on, you can turn it all individually. So there's individual switches in here for each of you got front, rear, side to side, and then we also have a dome light in here. So there's the dome light right there. You can see that lights up the cab really good at night. So if you're looking for something, you can just hit the dome light button. Another question we get asked all the time is, will it work with the window? I've already got a fold up window or a power fold window or all different window options. So almost all of our tops are built to work just fine with windows. So if you already have a window on your machine, the top should work just great. If you're gonna add a window later on, it should still work just great. We don't have a lot of problems with any windows. So now I'd like to show you what it sounds like. So customers ask me all the time, man, I wish I could find a video of what it sounds like. So before you listen to this, just remember we're shooting this with just a regular camera and a regular mic. You're not gonna be able to hear what it really sounds like in person. These things sound incredible. If you've seen them out on the trails, you know this. If you've seen them compared to other machines out there, you know that they sound pretty awesome. But I'm gonna give you my best and turn it up and let you hear it while we're in here so you can get an idea, but it's gonna sound a lot more clear in person. You're gonna be able to feel the bass. These things are pretty awesome. So let me play a couple different kinds of music for you. Now, while I was showing you that, I'm sure you saw these subs that they were basing pretty hard. One thing to note, if this top wasn't constructed the way that it was, it would be flexing, it'd be rattling. There's no rattling, there's no flexing. This thing is solid as a rock. So that's really one of the things that makes a big difference that's often overlooked. Again, I wanted to show you this head unit right here. So you see the head unit? Pay attention to what kind of head unit comes in the tops that you're looking at. Some of our competitors, believe it or not, they don't even sell a head unit in the system. I know that's crazy. You'll spend $3, $4, $5, maybe $8,000 on a top and it doesn't even have a head unit. I can't believe it. All of our tops all have a head unit. We don't offer cheap Bluetooth knob. Every one of these has a head unit in it. And the reason why is we want you to be able to adjust your EQ settings for your music tastes. We want you to be able to, you know, adjust it for the way that you like it to sound. We want you to be able to change your fading options and so forth. Heck, even be able to see what track's playing and be able to adjust through it and see everything right there on the screen. You know that every real stereo starts out with the head unit. That's one of the most important pieces of the equation. So to start out with a cheap $20 Bluetooth knob is just not a good start for quality of sound, at least in our opinion. We want to put the highest quality head units that we can in our tops so that at the end you have the best quality sound. We feel like it makes a big difference. Here's a little close-up of what these switches look like. You've got a switch to turn the machine on, you've got a switch for the dome lights, you've got front light and rear light, and then over here you've got the two switches to do the right side or the left side. All of our IC LEDs can be controlled two ways. They come with a physical remote. You can also control them all from the app, which I'll show you right here. We've got an app called AF LED. It's our own app. You can see here we've got hundreds of different patterns. So as I change these patterns, like right here is purple and white. If you take a look up there, you'll see that it's purple and white. We can change the speed of it. We can slow it down. We can speed it up. We can change how bright it is. Some people are like, man, I don't want it so bright. Man, you can make it where you can barely see it, or you can make it super bright like that. You can also turn off the whole thing right here from the app. So I can just straight from the app turn it on, turn it off. It can also be turned on and off with the remote. Most of these tops we have in stock, or we can build them in a couple days. So the times of waiting weeks and weeks and weeks for one of your tops are over with. We've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of shells inside, many of them boxed up, ready to go. We are ready to get you your top. So if you order your top, you're gonna have it quick. Another question we have is how hard is it to install? Well, this particular top is just gonna have 4 screws. 2 screws in the front, if you can see that screw right there. It comes right through the top, and then you've also got some screws back here that screw right through the machine where it is. In a factory location. If you didn't have a roof rack, you would just have these, and then if you've got the roof rack attached, it attaches in 2 other directions. But then it's just a simple power and a ground. There's just a black and red wire that run down in the corner that run down to the battery. You should be able to take this thing out of the box, get a buddy of yours to help lift it up, and you'll have it on the machine playing music in probably about 30 minutes, start to finish. We've already wired everything inside. We've already tuned everything inside. You shouldn't have to do anything except for hook up a power and a ground, and you're playing music. And people really love that. They love that it's simple. They love that they can get a custom sounding stereo that's really awesome, but it's all wired without wires running through their machine. All of our tops have a 1-year warranty. So, and we stand behind our warranty. We have a lot of pride in our warranty. We've got a full tech support department. If you ever have an issue, we're gonna open up a tech support issue, assign a technician to it that could handle the issue and get it resolved for you. 1 year, we've always taken really good care of our customers. We've been in business for 25 years now. And for years and years, we've just always had the right attitude about taking care of our customers and doing the right thing, which in this industry is pretty hard. You've got a lot of people there that are happy to take your money, but after you have an issue or blow something up later on, or something silly happens, a light goes out, they don't want to answer your phone call. We don't have a lot of problems, but if we do have something, we will answer the phone. We will get it handled in short order, and we'll get you fixed up and back on the trails jamming music in no time. So again, my name is Dave. If you want to reach me direct with any questions you have about these, I'm more than glad to answer any questions you have. You can reach me by calling me at the office, 888-919-1990. I'm at extension 2. You could also get a hold of us on our website 24 hours a day. We've got live chat on there. We answer live chat with questions that you have around the clock. If we start talking, I'll probably give you my personal cell phone number that even my kids reach me on, because I know we have a good product. I know that I'm going to be able to give you good service, and we just have a lot of happy people. Feel free to look on our website at the real reviews that customers, hopefully like you, will leave one day. You can look at our Google reviews. We've got reviews all over the internet. People really love these tops. Before we end this video, I'd like to play another song for you. I played some R&B type stuff for you. Now I'll play something kind of country just so you can hear what that sounds like, because everybody's like, I'll play something a little different. I want to hear what it sounds like. So.